So for me, it's always like all eyes have been on Avery Johnson. I think he's been the guy that Notre Dame's been the highest on. There are others in play, but it's really been Dante Moore, and that's really it. They've really shut down the recruiting efforts of everybody else. They stopped recruiting Chris Vizina at one point just because they felt very good about landing Dante Moore. Right or wrong, it is what it is. That's what they did. And then they did the same thing with Avery Johnson. They kind of slowed that down and were very upfront about it. And they said, we feel good about another player. If anything changes, you'll get a call. And I know that Avery Johnson has always been very high on Notre Dame. He has a great connection with Tommy Rees. I know Reese is extremely high on him, but Dante's been the guy. So in 23, if I'm gonna go like with a best guess of who they could potentially land, it would be Johnson, a freakish kind of athlete that really wowed the staff when he came up for camp. I mean, from what I was told, because we didn't have any access at the time, was that he was outperforming athletically the receivers and DBs that were working out. I mean, the kid can play, and he's obviously a really good basketball player. So we've seen the highlights of him dunking and all that kind of stuff. So that's the focus in 23. And then the big focus, obviously, in 24 and going all in on CJ Carr and Julian Sand. I mean, 2 5-star kids that Notre Dame's in a great position for. And honest, like from what I was told over the weekend from different people, I think they have the edge for Sand heading into some other visits that he's taken this summer. He won't be back at Notre Dame, but he's been there 3 times. And then I feel very good in saying that Notre Dame leads for CJ Carr right now. As it is, there's a lot of other things that are going to play a factor with that recruitment. It's going to be tough, and Michigan's absolutely going to be in the race to the end. But I know Wolfong has a crystal ball on Notre Dame, and
I was going to say,
I'm kind of close to joining him, to be honest. But I'm trying to see, like, I don't want to put a pick on Carr and then have Sand commit, because he's probably going to commit first. I mean, Julian Sand seems very close, and he could make a decision September, October, around that time. He told me it'll be during his junior year, and I don't know if CJ's as close to making a decision. So that'll be a factor as well. But I really do think that Notre Dame could possibly lead for both of them. So that's your move in 24.